Yes. Did we read 2.39 or did we only read 2.38?
I think up to 38.
38. Sukha dukkha samaya kritva. Okay. So let's. Anyone who has read 31 to 37? No. No one.
Prabhu, like
One.
recently, or like I have read it, but not like in a day or two, but before.
Okay. So from last week till this week, you have read 31 to 37?
No, Prabhu.
Okay. Anyone who has read from our last session to today?
Prabhu, I heard a lecture on it, but didn't read it. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Reading. Taking the book and reading. Anyone read
No,
that?
Prabhu, I heard the lecture on it.
Okay. So no one has read it? Okay. So just a question. Are you planning, any one of you, to read Bhagavad Gita?
Yes.
Definitely, Prabhuji.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Yes. So when are you planning? I mean, just on your thoughts.
I have started with chapter 1.
Very good. Very good,
And
Vishaka.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I am somewhere around 15 to 16 shlokas in
Okay.
chapter 1.
So are you reading just the shloka or the translation and purport as well?
Yeah, I'm reading the shloka in Sanskrit to,
Yep.
to better my Sanskrit. Then
Yep.
I'm reading the literal translation of each Sanskrit word to English, and then I'm
Yep.
reading the purport.
Very nice. Very nice. It's a perfect way of reading it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Very nice,
Because
Vishaka. So nice to hear.
I want to like become better at Sanskrit as well.
Wonderful. Yeah, Bhagavad Gita will help you definitely on
Mm.
that. And this is the best way of reading. You read the Sanskrit, then the translation, and then read the purport. Purport is so good. We will read one purport today. That's a reason of my discussion today. We will touch one purport today. You see how much you will open in one verse. If you read the purport, it will open so many doors, so many things it will open. And so many wonderful references the Prabhupada gives from different scriptures that it will help you understand what is there in our other shastras also. It's so important for us to learn. We talk about Sanatan Dharma, we talk about Dharma, we talk about being, in Bharatvarsha, from Bharatvarsha, but we don't know, there's a treasure of scriptures, so many smritis, so many shrutis. I hope you know what I'm talking about, right? Shruti and smritis. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. If you read the purports, you will know this also. In case if you don't recollect, we have discussed shrutis and smritis, as I remember. All right. Very wonderful. Okay. And anyone else who has started reading?
Yeah, I also have started.
Sorry,
Ritam.
who's that? Yeah. Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Wonderful. So, what are you reading? Which sloka or what?
Chapter 1.
Chapter
Mons.
1. Okay. Okay. So, you're reading the purports also?
Yes, the
Yeah,
same
very
way.
nice. Very
as-
nice. Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Anyone else? Rishi, Sushma ji, Aradhya Mataji, Kalpesh. Anyone
Yes,
among?
Prabhu. I've been reading, but this week a little bit less. But
Okay. So, which chapter are you on at the moment in your reading?
Prabhu, second only I'm reading again and again, and I'm listening because I'm just trying to get from 2.1 to 2.38. And the first chapter, Prabhu, I finished like when you ask questions, I become curious.
Okay,
So
good.
I read
So
all
you're
the first chapter, second
okay,
again
good.
and again.
So your chapter 1, you have completed reading?
Prabhu, I've just gone through once in it, and second chapter I've read twice to understand.
Are you reading the purports?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, if you're reading the purports, then it is good. Purports
Yes,
are
Prabhu.
equally important. Please read the purports. Yes. Now, Rishi, Kalpesh, and Sushmaji, any one of you started reading?
Sometime back, I had read up to 2.11
From
chapter 1 onwards till
Okay.
2.11.
Are you reading the purports?
Yes, I did reading, but then I haven't done it for a long time now.
Okay. Okay. So that's good. That's good. But if you can reinstate, that will be very good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Kalpesh. Yes. Rishi has sent some messages because I think he's unable to talk. Maybe I've not been reading, catching up on mixed lectures. Okay, no problem. But please try to read, Rishi, from chapter 1 onwards if you can. Read the verses translation and purports, it will help you a lot. There will be a lot of clarity. We'll do one verse today also with the reading. Okay, Sushma ji. Is she able to talk? Or she won't be able to? Is it what she said in our messages? Yeah? Is it what she said in WhatsApp? I didn't read it carefully that she won't be able to speak, right? Correct, Kalpesh?
No, she didn't send any message. It was Rishi.
No. On this one, on WhatsApp earlier, this is the meeting chat. WhatsApp, she had said that she won't be able to talk.
Oh, I don't know. Let me check.
Yeah, I'm outside. We'll join through audio. Okay. All right. No problem.
Yeah. She is outside.
Okay. No problem. No problem. Okay. Fine. Okay. But if you're listening, Mataji, please read Bhagavad Gita chapter 1 onwards as much as you can read. Please read the verse, translation, and the purport. Okay. Today we will read 2.31. So we will read the verse. We will read the translation. We will also read the purport. And we will try to understand the whole verse in a little detailed way. And this will touch a lot of areas. Okay, so let me share my screen with you. What is this section of Bhagavad Gita 2.31 till 2.39 roughly? What is this section of Bhagavad Gita? Which yoga it is touching on? Anyone?
Karam Yoga, Prabhu. Sankhya Yoga and Karam Yoga.
Okay. Anyone else? You're partially correct, Mataji. It's not Sankhya Yoga, but you're partially correct on Karma Yoga, but it is not Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is the whole chapter, chapter 3. Yes. Anyone?
Is it about compassion and soul?
Compassion and soul? No, I'm afraid not. That part is before this. So the area which we are touching from 2.31 till 2.40 roughly is Sakama Karma Yoga. It is also known as Karma Kand. Okay. 2.31 onwards, it's Sakama Karma Yoga. What is Sakama Karma Yoga?
Rishi
Yeah.
said that in the chat, by the way.
Oh, really? Oh, sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
read it. Wonderful, Rishi. Perfect. Perfect. Great answer. Why did you say you're not reading? You're reading already. Wonderful. Okay, great. Thanks, Vishaka. Okay. So, what is Sakama Karma Yoga?
When जो कर्म फल की इच्छा से किए जाते हैं वो सकाम
Perfect. फल की इच्छा से जो कर्म किया जाता है वो सकाम कर्म योग. It is also known as Karma Kand. What can you relate it with in today's times? Karma Kand or Sakama Karma Yoga. Simple. One word.
Salary, like you do job and you get salary, like result oriented.
Yeah, one thing. Yeah.
Occupational duties.
Occupational duty is dharma, Vishaka. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But what is Sakama Karma Yoga? I'll just give you. Karma Kanda can be related to science in today's world. Science. Anything that is done in the scientific world is for the luxury of human being. Anything so that the body is saved, you get better luxury, you can do things without taking much pain, ease. Science and technology in today's world, that is purely karma kanda. Simple analogy. Does it make sense? Yes. The Vedas also explain how to do karma kanda. So this is to get fruits. So yajna, havan, all these things done in order to get sukha and shanti, to increase your sampatti, to decrease your vipatti. Okay, this is science, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it not? Anyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Prabhu, sorry, what you're saying is these are signs, like when you do things for. Prabhu, आप यज्ञ बोल रहे थे कुछ?
Can anyone answer Aradhya Mataji's question?
I really missed it.
Kalpesh, would you like to answer?
So I had put myself on mute there. Yeah. So what Prabhuji was saying that he was giving an example about that any scientific research that we do is to benefit human beings, and so that's a sakam. That's a sakam karma yoga.
Sakam karma yoga.
Okay. Prabhu, but you added something regarding.
So basically, to derive fruits out of it.
Acha, so when we do some yajna and all to derive some, focusing on getting something.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Kalpesh. Thank you.
Wonderful. See, nice. Thank you. Thank you both. Okay. So we'll read 2.31 now. Swadharma pichaveksha
Swadharma
Swadharma
Dharmapi chaveksha
navikampitum arhasi
navikampitum arhasi
dharmyad dhiyudhya shreyonyat.
dharmyadi yudha shreyonyat.
We'll read this again for clarity. Dharmyadhi yudha shreyonyat
Dharmyadi yudha shreyonyat.
kshatriyasya na vidyate.
Kshatriyasya na
Kshatriyasya na
vidyate.
vidyate.
Considering your specific duty as a kshatriya, you should know that there is no better engagement for you than fighting on religious principles. And so there is no need for hesitation. So Krishna is telling Arjun that as a kshatriya, the specific duty as a kshatriya, you should know that there is no better engagement for you than fighting on religious principles. Yeah, fighting for dharma. And so there is no need for hesitation. So he was getting hesitant on fighting against his relatives, killing his relatives, performing Kshatriya dharma. So there is no reason to get hesitant, Krishna says, if you are performing your specific duty as Kshatriya, and there is no better engagement than that. Now we'll read the purport. It's a beautiful purport by Srila Prabhupada. Out of the 4 orders of social administration, okay, what are the 4 orders of social administration as per the Shastras?
Brahman.
Yes.
Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra.
Okay. What are these called as a high level thing? They are the
Varnas.
Varna. And what is an ashrama?
Grihastha, Vanprastha, firstly Brahmacharya, then Grihastha, then Vanprastha, then Sannyas.
What are these? What is this ashram?
Which one, Prabhu?
Which one? No. Ashram. Ashram is only one, right?
No, which one are these ashram means, Prabhu? What is it?
What is an ashram?
Shelter, like ashray, where you're in. Shelter, I know ashray. Ashram is
Basically a period of 25 years. That first 25 years
part
is
25,
in the student phase.
Okay, if someone is not talking, please mute yourself so the other person can speak, because the multiple voices I can't understand. Yes, please. Who is talking?
So we have Nikhil here.
Hi, Nikhil. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So
Yes,
actually,
Nikhil.
basically ashram is there are 4 phases of your life.
Wonderful.
So those are divided into 4 stages. First 25
Yes.
years, then next 25 years. So it's a 25 to 50, 50 to 75, and 75 to 100.
Wonderful.
So first 25 years is about your student life.
Yes.
Then second 25 years is about your grihast ashram, which is your
Yes.
grihast jivan, the
Yes.
samsar sukh and all. And
Yes.
next 25 years is your vanaprastha ashram. And
Wonderful.
then next last 25 years is your sannyas ashram.
Wonderful. We have a fantastic Pandit here. Welcome, Nikhil.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for enlightening. So these are the ashram is the stages, as Nikhil correctly said. These are the stages of life. Varna, what is Varna? Varna is your duty
Hmm.
based on your nature, not based on the birth. Remember this. Based on your nature. So Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra doesn't mean that Brahman will produce a Brahman. Brahman can produce a Kshatriya also, or a Kshatriya can produce Brahman, or a Brahman can produce Shudra, or a Shudra can produce Brahman. Shudra can produce Vaishya, Vaishya can produce Brahman. Everything is possible. Okay. Now this birth is related to your past life or lives, your previous accumulation of karma that gives you birth. Okay. And nature is derived by your karma, by your action. So you may be born into a Brahmana's family, but if your action is like Shudra, you are a Shudra. Does it make sense?
Yep.
Very simple. Okay. Your birth is given by your previous karma, but your nature is given by your own actions. So first 5 years of a child are the sanskar normally for the parents. So a Brahman will give Brahmanical sanskar to the child. So if the child picks that up and moves forward, next is his association. What he associates with. What does he eat? Eating is also association because food is your association. Whom does he mingle with? So your friends are your association. Okay, all this carries on. So that's how someone carries on his nature. Okay, now out of the 4 orders of social administration, the second order for the matter of good administration is called Kshatriya. So who are Kshatriyas? Kshatriyas are administrators. In simple terms. Now, Srila Prabhupada is explaining the meaning of Kshatriya. In Sanskrit, Shat Trayate iti Kshatriya. Shata. Shata means hurt. हिंदी में सुना होगा क्षति, किसी को क्षति पहुंचाना. Hurting someone is called Shati. And hurt means Shata, someone who gets hurt. One who gives protection from harm or hurt is called Kshatriya, because Trayate means to give protection. Shata Trayate iti Kshatriya. The Shata and Trayate, 2 words make Kshatriya. The one who gives protection. The Kshatriyas are trained for killing in the forest. A Kshatriya would go into the forest and challenge a tiger face to face and fight with the tiger with his sword. When the tiger was killed, it would be offered the royal order of cremation. This system has been followed up to the present day by the Kshatriya kings of Jaipur state. So you would still find in India, the old kings who are following their parampara, they still go and do this. But I don't know whether in today's times there is someone who can go and fight a tiger with a sword. They'll go and kill it with a gun. That's not Kshatriya. That is not Kshatriya. A Kshatriya is who fights face to face not far from behind and kill a tiger and say, I'm a hunter. No, that's not a Kshatriya. So here it is clearly, Srila Prabhupada explains who's a Kshatriya. Okay, they often show in the movies, the heroes fight with the tiger, but that is just a movie. But this is real time. That's how they were trained, ferocious. So that is to fight your fear. Okay, this is how someone knows that I'm a Kshatriya. Doesn't fear these challenges. The fearlessness is there naturally to any fight. The Kshatriyas are specially trained for challenging and killing because religious violence is sometimes a necessary factor. Now, religious doesn't mean Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai. Okay, here religion means dharma. So that this is the basic translation of dharma. Dharma is a very deep word. Dharma doesn't translate to religion, but Srila Prabhupada, for our understanding, he is giving dharma yuddha. So dharma yuddha can be only translated as religious violence. Okay, so this doesn't mean that you fight for Hindu, Muslim, Christian, or Sikh. That is not dharma yuddha. Dharma yuddha is for the right or the wrong. Okay, that is dharma yuddha. So when the fight of Mahabharata happened, it was not Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, or Christian. It was the wrong versus the right. Simple. Okay, evil versus good. No brainer. Correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes. So was Ramayana. Yes.
Yes.
Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. So religious violence is sometimes a necessary factor. Therefore, Kshatriyas are never meant for accepting directly the order of sannyas, but others are.
Mhm.
Does it make sense? So sannyasa directly will not be accepted by. Directly means skipping all the other stages. Skipping grastha, skipping vanaprastha, going directly to sannyasa. Kshatriyas cannot accept that directly. They're never meant to accept that. Other varnas can accept directly. So if someone is a businessman, he can directly, as he's born, he grows, he can straight away go to sannyasa, no problem. But Kshatriya cannot, because he has to perform certain duties of administration, because he has to fight. Okay, a Brahman can directly. So if you see in our historical, in Kali Yuga also, there are many, like we have, Shankaracharya. At the very young age, he started taking sannyas. So that is allowed because he was a Brahman, naturally Brahman. Okay, but if you see in Kali Yuga also, there have been great warriors, great Kshatriyas, Maharana Pratap, Shivaji Maharaj. All these people, they will not take sannyas. They will fight. Any circumstances, any difficult circumstances, they will fight. Fearlessly, they will fight. That is Kshatriya, naturally Kshatriya. Okay, so never meant for accepting directly the order of sannyasa or renunciation. Okay, non-violence is in politics, maybe a diplomacy, but it is never a factor or principle. How beautifully said, yeah? See the statements of Srila Prabhupada, they make things so clear. Non-violence could be a diplomatic statement, but it is never a factor or principle. So for dharma, yuddha is okay. That's what Mahabharata is all about. That's what Bhagavad Gita is about. Okay. So now these verses are quoted from different scriptures. Okay, I'll tell you where it is quoted from. So the first one, Ahaveshu mitho nyonyam jigham santo mahikshitah yuddhamanah param shaktya swargam yantya aparan mukha. So this is quoted from Ahamano mithoyanyo jighanto mahikshita. This is quoted from Manusmriti. Have you heard about Manusmriti?
Yes.
Has anyone heard about
Yes.
Manusmriti?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just
What is
heard the
Manusmriti?
name.
What is Manusmriti?
Rishi Manu ne likha.
Was Manu a rishi?
Yes.
No, it was king.
King.
Very nice. Okay. Who was Manu? So before we speak about Manusmriti, we'll see who's Manu.
Manu and Satyarupa, they were the like first couple of the earth.
Very
He
nice.
was
Very nice,
created by
Mataji.
Brahmaji.
Yeah. So the word Manava, yeah, we are Manavas, right? We Manava come from Manu. Okay. Yeah. So Manusmriti is the guidelines written by Manu for Manava. It's the first legal system for Manavas, Manusmriti. And because it was not understood and implemented properly in Kali Yuga, it was demolished.
Yeah, that's why the politics are going.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
politics people are
Saying
going
that,
on.
yeah, correct. Saying that it is creating caste system. It is not caste system. So Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, they are not based on your birth. But because it was implemented in that way, unfortunately, like, we have this kind of concoctions that he's a Shudra who does this, he is this, that caste kind of a thing in our minds, which is completely incorrect. So not implementing the Manusmriti properly got that demolished because we could not implement it properly. But in the Vedic times, this was implemented perfectly fine. Everyone would work according to their varna. Okay, so this verse is from Manusmriti, just for your reference. We'll read the next verse and we'll read the translation of that. Yajneshu Pashavo Brahman Hanyate Satatam Vijay Samskritah Kila Mantrescha Tepi Swargam Avap no one. This is from Mahabharat, this particular verse. So Mahabharat has different parva. Okay, there are different parvas in Mahabharat. So this is from the so I'll just tell you. So Mahabharat will go. So there are different parva in Mahabharat. Adi parva, Sabha parva, Aranyaka parva. So this is from Aranyaka parva, chapter 199 of Aranyaka parva. Verse 9. So if you see, Yajneshu Pashevu Brahman Vadyante Satatam Dvijaha Samskrita Kilamantrescha Swargo O Aparuman. So what does it say now? We'll just try to understand this. Without reading the translation, let's see if we can figure out what Sanskrit is saying. Can we try? What do you say? Should we try by our own selves?
Yes, yes, yeah,
Yeah?
yes.
Let's try and see if we match it. Yeah, Vishakha? Let's try this. Okay. Ahaveshu mitho nyonyam jigham santo mahishitaha yuddhamana param shaktya swargam yanti aparan mukha. Aparan mukha means turning your face around. Yuddhamana param shaktya. So it says that a Kshatriya is someone who does not put his face around at war, who does not turn around his face for the war. That is Kshatriya. And that Kshatriya who fights, and if he is dead there, he achieves Swarga. Kshatriya who does not turn his face around of the war and fights till the end, Even if he loses the battle and dies, he achieves Swarga. That is Kshatriya. We'll see the next one. Yajneshu Pashavo Brahma. Hanyate Satatam Dvijaha. So this is about Brahman. What is Hanyate? Have you seen this word before?
Prabhu, to kill, hanyante means.
Sorry, to?
To kill, Prabhu, to kill.
Yes, very nice, Mataji. Where did we see this verse before? Which verse? Anyone? We have done that. It's in chapter 2 itself. Another hint, it is in the previous section where Krishna speaks about the soul.
Prabhu, that Atma cannot be killed, like na hanyate, na jiyate, na mriyate.
Very good.
Mriyate is the word Prabhu used there.
Yes, very nice, Mataji. Very nice. So the verse is, you can search on na hanyate hanyamane sharire. So there hanyate is used. Please pick that verse out from chapter 2. Kalpesh, would you like to highlight that verse where Krishna says na hanyate hanyamane sharire? Which one is that verse?
Taking Prabhu.
Yes.
Prabhu.
Can you please read the verse for me, Mataji? The whole verse?
Sure, Prabhu.
Na jayate. Acha, okay.
Yeah. Go for it.
Prabhu,
Go for it.
Kalpesh, please go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay,
Kalpesh.
okay. Na jayate mriyate va kadachin nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyah ajo nitya shashvato yam prano na hanyate hanyamane
sharire. Let's read this verse 2.20. Everyone. Yeah, let's read this verse. This is very beautiful verse. You know, it attracts me a lot. Okay, I'll share this verse with you. 2.20. Let's recite it very nicely here, all of us. Na jayate mriyate va kadachin.
Na jayate
न
mriyate
जायते
va
म्रियते वा
kadachin.
कदाचन
Nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyah.
Nayam bhutva
नावं
bhavita
भुव
va na bhuya.
Ajo nityah shashvatoyam purano.
Ajo
अजो
nitya
नित्यं
shashvatoyam
शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो
न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे.
Na
न
hanyate
हन्यते
hanyamane
हन्यमाने शरीरे.
sharire.
Anyone wants to read the translation? Nikhil, read the translation, please.
For the soul, there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain.
Very nice. Thank you. He is not slain. So hanyate means killed. Correct, Mataji? He is not slain. So the soul is not killed when the body is killed. So that is hanyate. Hanyate satatam dvijaya. So Brahman is allowed to sacrifice an animal during a yajna. Have you heard this before?
No.
So Brahman is allowed to sacrifice an animal in the yajna. Now, one step back. In today's times, is there a Brahman? Not someone who just wears the Janevu is a Brahman, let me tell you that. Not someone who just chants the verses is a Brahman. Brahman is
Actually,
someone...
we all are Shudra.
Very nice, Mataji.
I agree,
Yeah, that's what...
Mataji, totally.
Yeah, that's what Srimad
Mode of
Bhagavatam says.
ignorance.
Yeah, a Brahman is someone who has understood the Brahma, who has understood the Supreme, who has understood the Paramatma, is Brahman. Brahma janyate, Brahma gyan iti Brahman. The one who has the knowledge of the Brahma. Today's times, hardly. I don't know. And when Brahman chants a mantra, sacrificing an animal, that moment that animal is sacrificed and a human is taking birth straight away. from that same soul.
Wow.
That is Brahman.
Hmm.
That is
Could you
how the
please repeat that?
sacrifice. Yeah,
Could you
yeah,
please
yeah,
repeat that? Prabhu?
yeah, yeah. So Brahman, when doing sacrificial yajna of an animal, so when he will chant the verses and he will sacrifice an animal, that animal will lose his body straight away, but a human will be born straight away from that same soul. So the soul which is coming out of the animal will get a human body right at that point. That it was a
But
Brahminical.
why do Brahman do this activity? I mean,
Yeah.
Kshatriyas are allowed
Yeah.
because they have to show their
No, 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 no,
braveness. Like,
no,
but
no, no,
yeah, I don't know.
Kshat-
I
no,
mean, I'm
no,
not
no,
sure.
no, no, no. Kshatriyas are allowed to, just now we discussed. What is a Kshatriya? Who is a Kshatriya?
Administrator.
Huh?
And
Warrior who has got that feeling that he has to protect others and do the actions according to the
What is the meaning of Kshatriya? We just discussed about 10 minutes ago.
Shakti means to harm, and Kshatriya means one who protect people for that harm.
You're near there, Mataji, almost near there. Can you be more specific? Yeah, yeah. Anyone else? Who is a
so
Kshatriya?
Kshatriya is an administrator and a protector
Yeah.
against against um, uh, against what? Come on, guys, help me.
Okay, let's do the Kshatriya again. Okay. Kshatriya
Against
has,
the wrong deeds. I mean, it's one who protects, one who follows the right path and right, who can differentiate what is right and what is wrong, and then he protect the
Prabhu,
people from the harm and wrong
जो
things.
प्रभु ने बताया ना वो बता दीजिए
okay.
हाँ,
Let's do what we discussed. That will be perfect.
yeah,
Okay.
Prabhu, you told
So
that Shat is
we
to
just
hurt.
read. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll just scroll it up. No problem. That's okay. It's just a matter of 2 scrolls. All
Hmm.
right. Okay. Let's see. Let's read here. Can you read this one?
Yes, Prabhu.
All
Shat
right.
means
Please, everyone, read this.
The one who protects from harm. That's the what I was.
Diet is to give.
So let's be, because Srila Prabhupada, very specific and direct. Okay. No speculations, no beating around the bush. He's very direct. If you read Srila Prabhupada's purport, there is no I think, there is no perhaps, there is no I believe, there are no such words. He will say direct. The matter of good administration is called Kshatriya. What does that mean? What is administration? Administration. Shata means hurt. One who gives protection from harm is called Kshatriya. Trayate. Shata, Triya. Shata means hurt. Trayate means to give protection. So one who is hurt, he protects that person from. So if someone is getting hurt by an evil, Kshatriya will come and kill the evil for protecting the hurt. That is Kshatriya. That is the duty of the Kshatriya. What is the duty of Brahmana? Now, why is Brahmana killing the animal? That is the question. What happens when he kills the animal for a sacrifice? When he does that with proper Brahmanical mantras, that animal gets a human body. Number one. Why does he do that? So that the animal is delivered out from the animal body and gets a human body so that he can be liberated. That is the reason Brahman kills it. Not to eat.
I got you. But is there any example? I mean, for that
What
activity,
example?
and I mean, in history, I mean, I don't know any of the.
Yeah. So for that you have to read Vedas. So read the Vedas, except from Vedas, well, they explain how an animal sacrifice is given and why it is given and how that animal gets liberated.
Yeah, probably. I mean, probably I can because I belong from a Sikh family, and I was watching yesterday. I mean, Char Sahibzade movie and that Banda Bahadur movie. I mean, it was really the way you're talking about all that. So Guru Gobind Singh Ji, all he did for the protection, and he just sacrificed his 4 sons for that, and he
We are not talking
did.
about that, Mataji. We are
No,
not
no, I
talking
mean
about that.
no. That I'm just associating myself
No,
with
it
all
can't be
that, because
associated with
whatever
that.
he
That
did.
is different. That is sacrificing for your country. That's different. This is an animal sacrifice, not a human sacrifice.
Yeah. That's what I'm coming to. That I mean,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
then he created that Sikh Panth by killing the animals in the behind the curtain, and because he killed that, really. I mean, I was always
But
wondering
that
that
is not
why
a
did he
Brahmanical
Guru.
activity. That is not a Brahmanical activity.
Okay. But I was always wondering that why did he kill the animal? But now today's
But
point
that
I'm
is
making it
that is
with
no,
that.
that is not related to Bhagavad Gita. I think we are talking two different things here. So we should be only sticking to Bhagavad Gita here, I think, because that is a movie, I don't know, and reading about Guru Gobind Singh Ji and reading that's yeah, real. There are many real stories, but real stories and Bhagavad Gita are also different. So when we're reading Bhagavad Gita, think about the context of a Brahman. Why there were sacrifices done of an animal?
I can try answering.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, please, Nikhil, yes.
क्या मैं हिंदी में बात कर सकता हूँ so that
हाँ, please, everybody
I
understands
hope
Hindi.
everyone understand. Okay,
Yeah.
because मनुष्य जन्म है वो बहुत ही blessing है, जो बोलते हैं हम 84 लाख योनि ये करके मिलता है. So that could be the reason. So that उनको मनुष्य शरीर प्राप्त होने के लिए वो ब्राह्मण से sacrifice करते हैं, so that वो इस कर्म से या इस बंधन से मुक्त हो जाए, मनुष्य जन्म प्राप्त होके.
मनुष्य जन्म में क्यों आना चाहिए 84 लाख के बाद? रीजन क्या है मनुष्य जन्म के लिए?
कि हम प्रभु की सेवा करके या आराधना करके मुक्त हो सके इन सारे कर्मों में से.
एग्जैक्टली. मनुष्य जीवन ही एक ऐसा जीवन है, मनुष्य योनि ही एक ऐसी योनि है जिससे आप लिबरेट हो सकते हो, मोक्ष प्राप्त कर सकते हो. बाकी किसी योनि में ये कर नहीं सकते हम लोग. तो ब्राह्मण का काम यही होता है कि वो दूसरों को भी लिबरेट करे. ये ब्राह्मण का काम होता है. वो खुद ब्राह्मण लिबरेटेड होता है. वो ऑलरेडी मोक्ष को प्राप्त कर चुका होता है. यहां पे ही वो होता है ब्राह्मण. उसको लालसा नहीं होती है मोक्ष प्राप्त करने की, क्योंकि वो ऑलरेडी प्रभु से कनेक्टेड है. इसीलिए वो ब्रह्म का ज्ञाता है. ब्राह्मण का मतलब ये होता है. इसीलिए उसके अंदर इतनी सात्विकता होती है कि जब वो मंत्रों का उच्चारण करता है उसका प्रभाव तुरंत पड़ जाता है प्राणियों पे. इसी वजह से मैंने कहा कि आज के युग में ब्राह्मण मिलना नामुमकिन है.
कोई भी नहीं.
तो ब्राह्मण वो है जिसको ब्रह्म का ज्ञान है. सिर्फ टीका लगाने से, धोती पहनने से ब्राह्मण नहीं बनता. नहीं तो बनते हैं 500 रुपए में कोई ब्राह्मण बन जाता है, 200 रुपए में कोई गोभी बन जाती है. ऐसा नहीं होता. ब्रह्म जायति इति ब्राह्मण. ब्रह्म का ज्ञान होना चाहिए. तो ब्राह्मण का कर्तव्य था कि वो सबको मुक्त का रास्ता दे, उसको ज्ञान दे सबको, और सबको मुक्त का रास्ता दिखाए. तो ये एनिमल्स, ये किलिंग पे बात चल रही है अभी. इसीलिए हम दोनों ने ये जो कोट किया है, ये दोनों मनुस्मृति से और महाभारत से, ये दो कोट्स इसीलिए है ताकि हमें पता पड़े कि क्षत्रिय क्यों मारता है और ब्राह्मण क्यों मारता है. इन दोनों को अलाउ किया गया है मारना, लेकिन मारना मतलब ऐसे मारना अलाउड नहीं है. वो क्या रीजन है, वो उसको जानने की जरूरत है. जो बुचर्स है आज के कसाई, उनको आप कंपेयर नहीं कर सकते इनके साथ. ये वो मारना नहीं है, ना ही क्षत्रिय को ना ही ब्राह्मण को. क्षत्रिय मारता है प्रोटेक्शन के लिए, धर्म की रक्षा करने के लिए. ब्राह्मण मारता है ताकि वो मनुष्य योनि में जाके मोक्ष की प्राप्ति करे. इसीलिए. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone? Good. Okay. Now let's read what Srila Prabhupada says. In the battlefield, a king or Kshatriya, while fighting another king, envious of him, is eligible for achieving the heavenly planets after death. If he dies, he'll go to heavenly planet. As the Brahmanas also attain the heavenly planets by sacrificing animals in the sacrificial fire. Now, when you read it, you'll feel that अरे तो killing है, गलत है. So read this. Therefore, killing on the battlefield on religious principles and killing animals in the sacrificial fire are not at all considered to be the acts of violence, because everyone is benefited by the religious principles involved. The animal sacrificed gets a human life immediately without undergoing the gradual evolutionary process from one form to another. Exactly what Nikhil jo aapne bola. So your idea is matching straight away with Srila Prabhupada. Wonderful. And the Kshatriyas killed on the battlefield also attain the heavenly planets. So Kshatriyas, when they die, also achieve the heavenly planets, as do the Brahmanas who attain them by offering sacrifice. So the Brahmanas who give sacrifice of the animals, who receive the human life straight away, the Brahmanas receive heavenly planets. Does this answer your question, Ritambara Mataji?
No, Prabhuji, that's the different thing I was talking about. That's, I'm sorry I did that. But my question is again that when the two kings fight, one is at the wrong side and one is at the wrong right side. I mean,
Yeah,
who is
yeah.
protecting his people and who is protecting his kingdom. That is the right one. What, like in Mahabharata we see. So
No, 1 second. The one who is protecting his kingdom is the right. No, the one who
and
is
the other
fighting
one,
for the dharma is right.
yeah,
So in case of
sorry,
Arjun and Duryodhan, Arjun was fighting for the righteousness.
yeah.
So not just for the kingdom, but for the religious principles, for correcting the religious principles. So there
Okay.
was, yeah.
So the who is following the adharma
Mhm.
in that case, because they are also fighting, they are Kshatriya, so
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they died in the battlefield, so they also go to the Swarga.
So it is clearly mentioned the one who fights for the religious principles, who kills for the religious principles, will go to the heavenly. So the one who is a adharmi, he may not receive. Yeah, adharmi may not receive it. Yeah.
But in Mahabharata case, I mean, I know that everybody went to the Golok Dham because the Duryodhan and all, because they were all doing the Leela. But general in Kal Yuga, I mean, when two parties fight, two kingdoms fight, so yeah. So adharmi they don't go. I mean, but dharmi they go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what Srila Prabhupada says. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay. Now, further it says there are two kinds of swadharmas, specific duties. Okay. What is swadharma? What is swadharma? Anyone?
Occupational duties.
Yeah, that is dharma. Correct. What is swadharma?
The personal. I mean, one who just follows their personal duties, like
Personal duties. Yes, that is
Specific
mine.
person.
So when we say swadharma, means my dharma. Swadesha means my desh. Swajati means like-minded. Like-minded me. मेरे जैसा मन का कौन है? That is swa. So swa लग गया तो मेरा. So there are two kinds of swadharma, specific duties. So swadharma भी दो तरह के होते हैं. That's what has been explained. As long as one is not liberated. What does that mean? Are we liberated or are we not liberated? हम लोग जो इधर बैठे हैं.
Not liberated.
not liberated.
Okay, not liberated, not liberated. Anyone who says we're liberated? Two says not liberated. Three more remaining, right?
Not liberated at all.
Not liberated. Very nice. Who else? Everyone not liberated? Everyone says we're not liberated?
Yes.
Not liberated? Because I'm going to go a little deeper on that. Okay. So if you say not liberated, I will ask questions. Very specific questions. Yeah. You have to answer that way. No speculation. Okay. What do you mean by liberation? Number one, if you say you're not liberated, Okay, we're not liberated. So how are we liberated? And what do you mean by liberation? Yes.
We are into Dukhalaya, so Dukhalaya can't be the free place to live. So unless we are in this Dukhalaya, we are always in the prison. We are not liberated. Then we will be out of this Dukhalaya probably. Then we'll be liberated and reach to the Golok Dham. Destination should be the Golok Dham, not the Swarga. Probably then.
Okay. Anyone else? What is liberation?
Prabhu, we are liberated when we get attached, when we become spiritual, and we are not attached to our body, or we are not in the bodily concept thinking. We're thinking in spiritual terms. Connecting with the Lord is what I understand.
Okay. Vishaka, do you want to add something or amend it?
Yeah, I agree with what Aradhaji said. Basically, when you free yourself from material bondage, that is when you are liberated. But
Okay. What does
that
that
is kind
mean?
of ironical. It is kind of ironical because we are material. Our soul is in this material body.
So what does that mean? What does that mean? We free ourselves from the material bondage. What does that mean in simple terms?
I know it is simple but difficult to explain.
Okay. Do you want to try?
Oh.
Yeah.
Prabhu, when we work for spiritual, like when we work in
One
Krishna
second, Vishaka, do you want to
consciousness.
say something more?
Oh, sorry, Vishaka, please continue. I thought you finished. Sorry.
I'm just thinking of like an analogy for, freeing yourself from material bondage.
Probably when
That
we
is
will realize
that
that
is
we are
all.
soul, we are not body.
That is already an analogy, right? Because it's not. We can't understand what does that
Mm.
mean.
I think
Yeah.
I'll try.
Yeah,
Okay, go for
please
it.
go ahead.
So when you have realized your nature, that's the first step to get liberation. And when you are actively understood your duty and you are following your duty without any expectations or without thinking of results, then you are kind of liberated in this dukkha.
Okay.
Prabhuji,
Radha
can I
Mataji,
try?
did you?
Okay.
Yeah, Rishi, go for it.
Yeah. So once your karma balance becomes zero, you are liberated.
Wonderful, wonderful answer.
क्या बात है?
Wonderful answer.
Karma.
Pictures speak more than words. Okay. Number one, do you have those 3 round circles which we started with in our first week? Anyone has those 3 image which we had circulated?
Yes.
Can you share that? I'll stop sharing my screen. Can you share that on your screen? So we can understand what Rishi has said in one statement very clearly, so that we can just do a little bit of analysis so that everyone understands what is liberation. One specific scientific definition. एकदम घुस जाएगा दिमाग में.
Prabhuji, can we say liberation is nothing but moksha?
What is moksha?
Free, free from everything,
Free from everything. What do you mean by free from everything?
or pain, or
Free from pain,
negativity.
free from negativity.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that liberation? I mean, I'm asking you. How do we get free from? कैसे होगा ये free from pain और ये क्या है ये? Practically क्या है? मतलब pain में से physically pain होता है वैसा?
The suffering that nowadays we are suffering, जैसे कि for example praying to God.
Mhm.
Why we pray to God? To get rid of all suffers and all moksha की प्राप्ति हो.
I don't know. You tell me.
Yes, Prabhuji. So this is what my understanding is.
Okay. So practically क्या कैसे होगा ये? Practically क्या होता है? Pray कर खाली pray करें उससे हो जाएगा?
Pray,
Pain चला
chanting,
जाएगा?
doing right thing.
Pray chanting doing उससे क्या होगा? Pain चला जाएगा? Liberate हो जाएंगे हम लोग? So what
Up
is
to an
liberation?
extent.
Up to an extent क्या होगा? हम प्रैक्टिकली क्या होगा?
कैसे बोलूं?
हाँ, वही समझना है कि प्रैक्टिकली कैसे होता है ये। हम बातें करते हैं कि मोक्ष मिल जाएगा, लिबरेशन हो जाएगा, लेकिन व्हाट इज दैट? हाउ डू आई एक्सप्लेन? How would you explain someone, or what do you understand? Can you explain me? So if you can explain me exactly, that means you have understood. That's my theory. If you can explain it to someone and एकदम समझ में आ गया, मतलब तुम्हारा clarity गजब है. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes? तो सुषमा जी, अगर आपने समझा दिया ना पूरी संगत को, तो आपकी clarity correct. All yours. अब बताइए. What is liberation? Yeah.
Like moksha from or mukti from previous karma, or what, the cycle of death.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Cycle of birth and death. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you break that cycle, break that cycle of birth and death. Okay. तो उसमें क्या होगा? अगर birth and death का cycle break हो गया, तो फिर क्या? उसके बाद क्या? चलो, आपको अभी break कर दिया आपने, उसके बाद क्या? How it is related? What is it related to?
Like
कैसे होता है
वो
वो
हो
break?
गया तो then that means we are freedom from samsara and everything.
हाँ, तो वो break कैसे किया आपने? लाइफ लाइफ और डेथ का साइकिल
Might be praying to God.
प्रेयर से.
Yeah, chanting prayer से.
Okay. What happens? प्रेयर से क्या होता? वो ब्रेक कैसे होती है साइकिल? क्या मतलब है ब्रेक करने का साइकिल को?
इसको
Okay,
ही
what is this life?
बोलते
Okay, आपसे पूछता हूँ, what is this life you are leading? ये लाइफ क्या है?
human life.
साइंटिफिकली. हाँ हाँ हाँ, शास्त्र के साइंस के हिसाब से, वैदिक
हाँ,
साइंस के हिसाब से ये लाइफ क्या है?
मनुष्य
हाँ, मनुष्य जीवन क्या है, या कोई भी जीवन क्या है?
previous कर्मों का फल.
वेरी नाइस, एग्जैक्टली. सुषमा जी, करेक्ट मी इफ आई एम रॉन्ग. इफ शी इज रॉन्ग, इज शी राइट?
मुझे एग्जैक्ट मीनिंग नहीं पता है प्रभु जी.
तो आज जो जी रही हो आप, वो कल के कर्मों का फल है, इतना इतना आपको यकीन है?
हाँ हाँ
ये सही है?
जी.
तो जो ये जीवन है, ये हमारे पुराने कर्मों का नतीजा है.
हाँ.
सिंपल. आगे जो जीवन होगा, वो आज के कर्मों का नतीजा होगा.
यस.
करेक्ट.
डेफिनेटली.
तो अगर इसको ब्रेक करना है, तो क्या करना है हमें? ये साइकिल को ब्रेक करना है तो
कर्मा बैलेंस 0 करना है.
वेरी सिंपल, राइट?
या पुण्य, बिल्कुल प्रभु.
करेक्ट सुषमा जी?
या गॉट इट.
डज इट मेक सेंस? तो ऋषि का आंसर वही था, कर्मा का बैलेंस 0 करने का है. अब ये कर्मा का आंसर 0 बैलेंस कैसे करने का है 0, उसके लिए हम एक पिक्चर देखेंगे जो कल्पेश हमारे साथ शेयर करेगा. यस कल्पेश जी, प्लीज.
Rishi has shared it on WhatsApp. There are
I'll
two
stop.
pictures.
I'll stop sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Okay,
Two
great.
pictures,
We'll
but
just.
I did not understand.
Okay, let's see only the. Kalpesh, only zoom in that picture, just that circle. खाली वही दिखना चाहिए अगर possible हो तो. Yeah. Zoom it a little bit more so that it's only that picture. More. Okay. So let's have a look at this picture. Everyone can see this picture? Yes?
Yes.
Yes,
Great.
yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Great. So the outer circle you see is our body, physical body. It is made up of 5 elements. Who will tell me all the 5 elements? Fatafat se.
Air, fire, water, ether, space.
Earth.
Earth, air, water, fire, ether.
Wonderful. अभी इसको संस्कृत में कौन बताएगा? सुषमा जी, you want to try?
जल वायु अग्नि.
पृथ्वी जल वायु अग्नि.
Yeah. Nikhil, you want to continue? finish it, you can. Yeah.
Jal, Vayu, Agni, Prithvi and
Akash.
Akash.
Okay, तो 5 चीजें, ये है हमारी फिजिकल बॉडी. ग्रीन कलर का चक्कर दिख रहा है आपको पूरा, ये बाहर से दिखता है हमको. ठीक है. इज दिस बॉडी अलाइव और डेड, सुषमा जी?
फिजिकल बॉडी अलाइव ही होती है ना, आई मीन जब तक कि सोल ना निकल जाए.
ये आपने बहुत अच्छा बोला मुझे. फिजिकल बॉडी अलाइव होती है जब तक सोल होता है, लेकिन फिजिकल
Yeah.
बॉडी अलाइव कैसे हुई फिर?
Dead. Dead, Prabhu. Dead.
करेक्ट सुषमा जी, डज इट मेक सेंस?
Yeah.
फिजिकल बॉडी इज ऑलवेज डेड, इट इज नेवर अलाइव. वो अंदर का जो भगवा कलर है ना, सोल,
So,
वो उसको अलाइव करके रखता है. बस वो सोल गया, बॉडी गया, खत्म. वो बॉडी वैसे ही डेड है. वो सोल की वजह से वो लिविंग बीइंग है, अदरवाइज इट्स जस्ट फिजिकल मैटर. जैसे कि ये टेबल है, जैसे कि ये कोई भी और वस्तु है, वैसे ही ये वस्तु है, फिजिकल मैटर, पंच धातु से बना हुआ वस्तु. ठीक है. पड़ी होती है ये बॉडी, जब सोल चली जाती है तो उसको बॉडी ही बोलते हैं सब लोग. नाम से कोई बुलाता भी नहीं है. अरे ये डेड बॉडी को लेके जाओ, 2 दिन हो गए, बदबू आ रही है अभी इसमें से, बोलते हैं ना ऐसा. हमारी बॉडी को भी बोलेंगे अनफॉर्चुनेटली ऐसा ही. सो इट इज अ डेड बॉडी. ओके, दिस बॉडी इज डेड. अब उसके अंदर जो है वो सोल है. ठीक है. अब सोल का एक ही काम होता है. व्हाट इज द सोल? व्हाट इज द वर्क ऑफ अ सोल?
Desire.
Desire. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in the end to Arjun, I have explained you the entire Bhagavad Gita, Arjun. Yat ichha tatha kuru. So that is one thing which Krishna has given to everyone. The Ishwara has given to the Jiva इच्छा शक्ति. अगर आपको लगता है कि इच्छा शक्ति के अलावा और भी शक्तियां हैं आपके पास, तो थोड़ा भ्रम होगा आपको. नहीं है आपके हाथ में. आज मैं बोल पा रहा हूं, भगवत गीता डिस्कस कर पा रहा हूं, हो सकता है कुछ सालों के बाद मैं बोल ही ना पाऊं. तो मैं क्या कर सकता हूं अंदर से? क्या कर सकता
Desire.
हूं? बोलने की
इच्छा.
इच्छा कर सकता हूं
इच्छा
अंदर
कर
से,
सकते
लेकिन बोल नहीं सकता.
हैं. Desire.
तो एक ही चीज हम लोग कर सकते हैं, वो है इच्छा. और हम मतलब कौन? बॉडी तो डेड है,
Soul.
बराबर ना.
Soul.
जब जब हम मैं बोलते हैं ना, तो एड्रेस होता है सोल पे, हमारी आत्मा पे, जीव जो हम है, इस शरीर के अंदर जीव है. इसीलिए हम लोग बोलते हैं हमारा कान, हमारी नाक, हमारा हाथ. लेकिन हम कौन? हम जीव, हम आत्मा. ठीक है. क्लियर? ये 2 चीजें क्लियर हो गई, फिजिकल बॉडी और जीव. फिजिकल बॉडी इज डेड, जीव इज एक्टिव, लिविंग बीइंग, और वो हमेशा एक्टिव रहता है. कौन से श्लोक में कृष्ण कहते हैं कि जीव हमेशा एक्टिव होता है?
Soul is
चैप्टर 2,
chapter.
हिंट देता
Chapter
हूं,
2.
वर्स, श्लोक
It must be around 20 only.
must be around 20. ओके.
Bhagavad
तो डार्ट गेम खेलते हैं, कहीं तो लगेगा. ओके. The verse where Krishna, yes, which one?
2.16.
What is the verse say? Just the translation. Don't worry about Sanskrit. What does it say?
Those who are seers of the truth have concluded that of non-existence there is no endurance, and of eternal there is no change.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
This
2.16.
have
Yes.
concluded by studying the nature of both.
Very nice. 2.16. Yeah. There is no end. It's always alive. Soul is always alive. Okay. कभी कुछ नहीं, हमेशा लाइव रहती है. That means we will never die. सुषमा जी, does it make us happy? मस्त है ना? हमारी कभी मौत नहीं होगी। इससे इससे कितना रिलीफ मिलता है आप देखो, ये बात सुन के कि हम लोग मरेंगे नहीं कभी भी,
हाँ,
कितना रिलीफ मिलता है इससे, कितने बड़ा भार हट जाता है ना दिमाग से
yes,
2.16 पढ़ के।
And in 2.24, it says more, this individual soul is unbreakable and insoluble and can neither,
Yeah, that is the characteristics of the soul. But it is always alive. That is said in 2.16. It is always existent. वो कभी कुछ नहीं होगा इसको. Always alive. Eternal है ये soul. Physical body dead है, soul eternal है. ठीक है. अब ये तीसरी चीज है इसके बीच में जो ना इस सोल को और इस बॉडी को कनेक्ट करती है. ओके, इसको लॉजिकल बॉडी बोल सकते हो आप, सटल बॉडी बोल सकते हो आप, या एक जो कि ग्रॉस नहीं है, फिजिकल नहीं है, धातु में नहीं है वो. ओके, सोल धातु है और फिजिकल बॉडी भी धातु है. दो अलग अलग सब्सटेंस है. सब्सटेंस होता है ना, जैसे किसी चीज का सब्सटेंस होता है जिसका केमिकल फॉर्मेशन बनता है. H2O में हाइड्रोजन है नीचे, ऑक्सीजन है नीचे, सब नीचे नीचे जा जाके सब्सटेंसेस है. वो ब्रेक करोगे ना इनको जब साइंटिफिकली, तो नीचे सब्सटेंसेस बनते हैं. इस सब बेस सब्सटेंस होता है वो. तो सोल का बेस सब्सटेंस स्पिरिट है, फिजिकल बॉडी का बेस सब्सटेंस 5 मूल धातु है. मेक सेंस? वेरी साइंटिफिक.
Yes.
ओके. अब सटल बॉडी है ना, वो दैट इज ओनली लॉजिकल, उसका कोई सब्सटेंस नहीं है. ये बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग चीज है. इसको समझ गए ना तो लाइफ में बहुत सक्सेस मिलेगा तुमको. सटल बॉडी को समझ गए. ये आइडेंटिफिकेशन बहुत मुश्किल होता है इनका, सटल बॉडी का. सटल बॉडी के अंदर 3 चीजें, 3 थिंग्स मेनली. एक है मन, माइंड. दूसरा है ईगो. ओके, फॉल्स ईगो भी बोलते हैं उसको. ओके, फॉल्स ईगो और ट्रू ईगो, उनके 2 टाइप्स होते हैं, वो बताऊंगा मैं बाद में क्या है. और थर्ड इज इंटेलिजेंस. ये 3 चीजें अंदर होती है, बुद्धि, मन और अहंकार. इन तीनों से बनता है हमारा सूक्ष्म शरीर या सटल बॉडी, लॉजिकल बॉडी. ओके, अब कर्म कैसे बनता है ये समझेंगे, क्योंकि उसी में ही मोक्ष रखा हुआ है. करेक्ट? सारा लफड़ा कर्म का ही है ना. कर्म 0 तो मोक्ष बराबर. अब जो उसके कर्म के समझने से पहले ही समझते हैं कि ये लाइफ का, डेथ और लाइफ का साइकिल कैसे चलता है, हाउ डज इट वर्क. अगर कर्म बने हमारे तो दूसरी बॉडी मिलती है हमें उन कर्मों के हिसाब से. ये कैसे होता है आप समझ जाओ, रिएक्शंस कैसे मिलते हैं हमको. आज अगर आपने तीखा खाया, उसका रिएक्शन आपको कल मिलेगा. आज बहुत ज्यादा मीठा खाया, कल आपको रिएक्शन मिलेगा. ओके, किसी को थप्पड़ मारी, उसका रिएक्शन तुरंत मिलेगा. करेक्ट? तो कर्मों का अलग अलग रिएक्शन अलग अलग टाइम पे मिलता है. इसी तरह अगली जो बॉडी बनती है हमारे सारे कर्मों के हिसाब से, इस जन्म में अगले जन्म की बॉडी उस हिसाब से मिलती है. डज इट मेक सेंस? वो जो बॉडी है वो
Yes, Prabhu.
रिएक्शन है, वो रिएक्शन है इन जन्मों के कर्मों का.
Actions.
ठीक है. अब एक कर्म कैसे बनता है. अब अगर तुमको किसी को मारने का मन किया चाकू लेके जाके, वो कहां पे आती है बात? मन में आती है ना.
Thoughts,
कोई
Prabhu.
कोई पसंद नहीं आया हमें, बहुत उसने तंग किया हमको, उसको मारने का मन किया, कहते हैं ना उसको मेरा मारने का मन करता है, तो मन में आई ना बात. करेक्ट? तो मन में आई तो कर्म बन गया? नहीं बनता, अभी कर्म बना नहीं है. वो कर्म का पहला स्टेज है. ओके, वो हम लोग डिटेल में बात करेंगे जब कर्मयोग की बात करेंगे. तो हर स्टेजेस होते हैं कर्म के भी. तो आपके मन में बात आ गई तो कर्म हुआ, अभी वो कर्म बना नहीं है, उसको अभी नॉन इम्प्लीमेंटेड कर्म बोलते हैं हम. करेक्ट? अभी इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं हुआ कर्म, अभी सटल है वो, इसीलिए मन में है. कोई भी बात मन में होती है वो सटल होती है, सूक्ष्म होती है. अभी वो क्या नहीं हुई है, एक्चुअली बाहर नहीं आई. उसको क्या
Implement.
बोलते हैं, उसको क्या बोलते हैं
Implement.
हिंदी में या
Imp-
संस्कृत में? इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं हुई है या वो प्रत्यक्ष नहीं हुई है।
प्रत्यक्ष
ओके,
कार्यान्वित
प्रत्यक्ष का मतलब इम्प्लीमेंट, अभी हुआ नहीं।
कार्यान्वित
हाँ, सॉरी माता जी, आपने क्या बोला?
अभी नहीं, अब कार्यान्वित
हाँ,
कार्यान्वित जैसे होता है ना,
कार्यान्वित नहीं हुई,
हाँ।
इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं हुई, कार्यान्वित करेक्ट वर्ड। तो अभी वो इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं हुई, तो सूक्ष्म है, अभी वो मन के अंदर है। ठीक है, अब मन के अंदर तो है, और उस समय क्या हुआ कि आपको किसी ने चाकू मार दिया आपके मारने से पहले। ठीक है, हाँ, तो आप तो गए, हरि बोल, लेकिन वो मन में थी ना सूक्ष्म बात, उसी को मारने की जिसने आपको मार दिया। करेक्ट। तो सूक्ष्म कर्म जो था आपका, वो आपको फिर से इस संसार में ले आएगा। Does it make sense?
यस प्रभु।
आपको
But
दूसरी फिजिकल बॉडी मिल जाएगी।
Because that thought was implemented, that is why.
No,
No,
thought is not
thought
implemented.
is not implemented yet.
Oh,
It's in your
Oh.
mind.
Okay, what did you hear, Vishaka? Did we kill anyone? No. The person whom
We
you
were
were about to
killed.
kill, he killed you, unfortunately. That is what we said.
oh, I think I missed that. I thought
Yeah,
that
yeah.
the person who had it in his mind, that person killed the other person.
No. So we
No.
wanted to kill
Okay.
someone, but that person eventually killed you. So you lost your body.
Now,
But that thought is still there in your mind. Okay. So as a sukshma karma.
but question.
Yeah, one second. I'll just say this, so then you
Okay.
can. So the karma which has been implemented is called prarabdha.
Prarabdha, right, Prabhu.
Okay, and the karma which is not done yet, about to be done in the mind, is called aprarabdha.
Prarabdha में आता है ये subtle बात.
Does it make sense? Okay, two things. तो अप्रारब्ध जो कर्म होते हैं ना अंदर हमारे, वो आगे चल के हमको दूसरी बॉडी दिलाते हैं। अब अगले में क्या मिलेगा आपको? आपको बॉडी मिलेगी और साथ में गन भी मिलेगी। क्योंकि इस बार अगर वो चाकू निकालेगा, आप उसको गोली मार दोगे। अगर अच्छे कर्म किए थे आपने, तो you'll get something nice. Yes, Rishi, your
Prabhuji,
question.
but it is not manifested karma. So how
Correct.
can it have an effect on your next?
Non-manifested karma is called aprarabdha. Aprarabdha comes next. So what happens is that if you die with a desire, yeah, that desire is manifested in the next life.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if we, Prabhu, we want to get rid of that thoughts, like it is coming
Yeah.
in our mind.
Yeah, I know.
But then we
Yeah,
want to
that-
get rid of that. We don't
That is
want
a very
that it
good
should be
question.
there.
Chanting,
Yeah,
Mataji.
we will
Chanting
come to
comes
that.
in this
Hare
way.
Krishna
अभी
Mahamantra.
अभी हम लोग खाली मोक्ष की बात कर रहे हैं. So
We do the chanting,
your
but,
question,
of course, I mean, it's
Yeah.
not. It doesn't work. We are human being. It
That's-
comes. I mean, daily it comes.
yeah.
I mean,
That's why Krishna
Isha is the
says.
main thing.
That's why
which
Krishna
comes daily.
says in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Satatam kirtayanto mam. Which verse is that? Anyone can tell me? Which verse Krishna says? Satatam kirtayanto mam. Always chant about me. Which verse is that? Come on. Who can search quick?
9.14, Prabhu.
Read that verse.
Sure, Prabhu.
First line only.
Yes, Prabhu. Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dhridavratah.
Okay. So always chant about me. And in chapter 7 also, you find that verse.
Intelligence
Krishna,
wala, Prabhu?
no, once Krishna says,
Mhm.
Mai asakta mana partha.
Yeah.
Search this. Search this verse. So these are the things Krishna constantly says in Bhagavad
Yes,
Gita.
Prabhu.
What is it? Which verse is that?
Prabhu, Maya Sakta.
I haven't seen the time yet.
Yes, Prabhu. Prabhu 7.1.
Okay. Mai asakta mana partha means what? Always think about me. He says that.
Again, question. Of course, we try to think about all the time to Krishna, and we chant and we do that. But still, I mean, we are helpless. Like it comes in our mind, and
It's a practice, Mataji. It's a practice, Mataji. Keep practicing.
But in during the practice, I mean, if it is coming, so that
I
there is any
I
chance
can
that
completely
God
relate to your
can
frustration.
Prabhu, is
I
it also
completely relate to your
association?
frustration. I can
Association,
completely
I mean,
relate to your
that.
frustration, but that is the practice. That is why we are reading Bhagavad Gita, right? That is the reason we are
There is a
reading.
forgiveness. There is a forgiveness. Like, I mean, that person is doing
Yeah.
the practice, of course.
We will
but then,
talk about that is chapter 6. We will talk about that. We will talk about that. Yeah. We'll answer that question. At the moment, we'll come back to the circles. Yeah, good question, Mataji. But yeah, we will come to that at certain point. Yeah. So that thought came. Now Aprarabdha has given you a body. Okay. Now, what does that mean? That means the karma are associated with your physical body and your subtle body. Okay. इतना समझ में आया? क्लियर? सूक्ष्म शरीर और हमारा जो फिजिकल बॉडी है उसको क्या बोलते हैं संस्कृत में? कौन सा शरीर? सूक्ष्म शरीर और दूसरा भौतिक शरीर. ठीक है. भौतिक शरीर और सूक्ष्म शरीर दोनों शरीरों में से कर्म जुड़े हुए हैं. लेकिन हमारी आत्मा के साथ क्या जुड़ा हुआ है? इच्छा.
Desire.
That's it. कर्म नहीं. ओके. तो जब हम मन से कर्मों से मुक्त हो जाएंगे, इस शरीर से कर्मों से मुक्त हो जाएंगे, अप्रारब्ध और प्रारब्ध दोनों हो जाएंगे 0. तो ये फिजिकल बॉडी गई, मन में कुछ है ही नहीं तो मन भी गया. ये पूरा दोनों सर्कल हट गए. भगवा कलर ओनली. ये हो गया तुम्हारा मोक्ष. इसको बोलते हैं लिबरेटेड सोल. पंछी उड़ गया पिंजरे में से, मिल गया मोक्ष. When you break both of these blue and green circles, you are liberated. Scientific? Makes it clear?
yes,
अभी
Prabhu, thank you.
ये लिबरेशन का डेफिनेशन याद रहेगा अभी. ठीक है. Okay. And our discussion here. Pretty lengthy today. Gone over time, 4:30. Any questions or comments?
It was a very good discussion. So
Thank you.
to summarize, if we get rid of the physical body and the
No,
subtle
we don't
body,
have to get rid of physical body. No. तो फिर तो भूत बन जाएंगे फिर. रह जाएंगी इच्छाएं.
I know, Prabhu.
physical body is very important.
Yeah. So when we leave our body, we should make sure that our mind is not filled with anything other than bhakti, anything
Bhakti.
other than the thoughts of Krishna Supreme.
that's good.
Simple, but a little difficult to follow. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Thank
that is
you,
why
Prabhu.
we need practice.
Exactly. That's why we need abhyas. Abhyas and vairagya. Krishna will explain that. Okay.
Prabhu, thank you for the clarity. It was really
Yeah,
nice.
thank you
Connecting
very
all the
much.
dots, Prabhu, like we knew, but connecting the dots. And Rishi Prabhu, that was the best one. Karma balance 0. To the line of the day. That was
Okay. So we'll end our discussion here. Catch up next Sunday. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
everyone. Hare Krishna,
Hare
everyone.
Krishna.
क्या बोला था इन्होंने last?